Greetings, Wally Watchers!
Welcome to the ApexRearWing 70's season, event 2, stage 5, coming for you from Oksala.
In Finland.
In Jämsä, Finland, just south of the town of Kakaristo, actually.
My name's Stairs, and as always, I'm joined here in the commentary box
by Madbird. How are you, Stairs?
I'm well, thank you, and we'll have a look now as we head into this very exciting round of the championship at the standings thus far in event 2. Where we've done 4 stages. We've done 4 stages
so far. This is stage 5. So surprising nobody. Zerus at the top with
got an 18-second lead over Radar, who's emerged as a bit of a breakout character.
He has
in this round. So and El Mango also setting some fast times here.
We've got Stairs down in 4th.
Yes, the young German there.
Recently become German.
We've had a lot of people change their citizenships in the last 2 weeks. The Finn James D, or Z-Maj, is only a few seconds down on Stairs, so it'll be interesting to see how those two shake out.
We've got Madbird, the Swede. He hasn't changed his citizenship. 7 seconds down on James.
The young Rhodesian, who hasn't actually changed his citizenship yet, Nether, is only 1.1 seconds down on Madbird, so another close battle going into this round, which is setting us up for a lot of potential changes of position.
We've got the South African Mono. 28 seconds down on Nether, so I think he was having a bit of a tardy week, and Bagsy just honestly having a bag.
Well, that's just Portugal, you know. And Green Man, 3 minutes down there, has had a few issues. Fruity Ping and Green Man are actually quite close to one another.
Yeah, so that might be interesting to see which one of them comes out on top, and we'll go.
And Wacka bringing up the rear.
In our only Fiat. As with last week, we do have our resident rally expert Robert to give us his thoughts on how it's all going to shake out. So Robert, are you there?
Yeah, that's my pleasure.
So have you had a good couple of weeks, Robert? How's it going?
Yeah, had a holiday.
You had a holiday?
Yeah.
Where'd you have the holiday?
No. Micronesia.
Okay then. So we're here in Finland for the first time this season. Rob, what do you think? Who do you think is going to come out on top? It's a very different sort of a layout than a lot of the other stages.
Yes, well, viewers might remember we were in Germany last time round, and obviously this is a gravel surface as opposed to tarmac, so it may favour different drivers. It's very, very fast compared to the Welsh and Greek stages. So it's basically about who has 2 balls between their legs.
Right. Do you know who has 2 balls between his legs and who perhaps has more or less than that?
Well, I'm honestly hoping they all do, but, you know, we're talking about small tolerances. You know, grams make a small difference. Or large difference rather, and the bigger the weight of the balls, the more likely you are to come out on top. But some people's balls may exceed their talent. That's
definitely an interesting theory you've got there, Rob. So can you give us any names? Who do you think is going to be on top?
I would certainly put forward the normal 3 of. The normal 2 at least, Radar and Zerus. Those 2 obviously at the top seem to be quick across all surfaces, but don't discount Madbird because he seems to like these Finnish stages, and being from Scandinavia himself, he's spent many a time in Finland.
Many a time indeed. Well, thank you, Robert. We'll appreciate your insights as always, and we'll see you at the next stage.
No, you're cutting out.
Are you going? See you, Robert.
Yes.
Well, that was a excellent interview as usual by our rally expert. He always gives some good ideas about who he thinks going to be. He thinks is going to be competitive, doesn't he, Stairs?
He certainly does, and I enjoyed listening to that because I was here the whole time. So I suppose without further ado, we should move on, Woods, to the event itself.
Absolutely.
I think they're ready on the starting line
I think
for
we
us.
are ready. So we got Wacka first in our only Fiat, the 131 Abarth, I think.
Jeez, it's a hideous piece of shit, isn't it? It's probably been banged up a bit.
It looks like I don't think that's the factory
Because
chassis.
Alitalia sponsorship, you know, Alitalia is an Italian airline.
I did not know that. That's fascinating though. So
Is it?
it looks like he's had some. He's been in the
Oh,
water.
he's sideways there, but I mean, you always are around here in Finland, aren't
That's
you?
true. Any corner you'd want to be getting sideways around, because otherwise you're gonna hurl yourself off and into a tree of some description.
Yes, but I'm sure we'll see many people tonight hurling themselves off and into trees, among other things there.
Indeed.
Some nice clapping in unison from the audience there as we zoom past.
They clearly organised that ahead of time.
That's an interesting little RPM thing on his dashboard.
I didn't see it.
It's
Oh.
curvy.
Oh, that is
Curves
interesting. That's sort of like you want to.
Yeah,
show
oh
my goodness.
God, he's very lucky not to puncture. He's gone straight into this bank on the right-hand side of the track there.
Yeah, that looked like it would have shook you up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be worried, but nonetheless, he's still going along at rather a speed that will. He does have a puncture.
He does
actually.
have a puncture actually.
Right-hand
So
rear.
that would have been from that. That would have been from that cloud.
But he's opted not to stop and repair it just yet,
cloud
and
on the
I
curve.
probably think that might have been a mistake as he's gone barreling into the side of the track there, and
that's actually he has actually been DNF'd.
oh, that's it.
That was terminal damage apparently. You
Wow.
see he gets a bit
sideways into the tree and
slams
bang
into that tree, and that was apparently enough.
So was that something that you expected from the young red and white flagged person?
Maltese, I think.
Maltese.
No, it wasn't something I expected, if I'm honest.
Green
That's
getting
incredibly
away in
bad
his
luck.
Lancia Stratos. He's had a couple of issues. You can see the left-hand side of that front is just completely caved in.
It is not, unless that's. I don't think that's a design feature. They have
No.
the headlights like different.
Or sometimes when stages go more left than right, you might have an aerodynamic benefit to gain.
You might do. That's a good point, but I
From
don't. As you say, I don't think that's how it's meant to be.
Fair enough.
Looks like he's been in the wars a little bit himself. I think most of our runners will look a little bit worse for wear coming into.
So the
this
time
stage.
to beat for Green is to finish the stage. And
So hopefully he can hang.
he's well on his way, although he hasn't reached the danger period yet, or the danger part of the track where Green, rather Wacka, went into gave the side of the bank a little bit of a whacker.
Yeah, indeed, Wacka gave a whacker. I'm very. Oh, it is.
He came very close to doing the same thing, but he's nicely negotiated his way through that section,
He has.
sideways, left and right.
It was very, very impressive.
It was. But the stage continues unabated. But it's very fickle, this sort of sport. You can be doing very well, but can all be brought undone in the final meters of stage.
You slide off into a tree or into a crowd of spectators or something in the last couple of meters, and horrible things afoot.
Exactly. Or even a hand.
Yes.
And it goes very close to the inside there, and here we go into the town section, which is much further than I think Wacka got. Didn't quite make it to the town.
He's gotten through those jumps all right. You can sometimes get a little bit out of control coming over those, but he seems to.
Yes, it's very easy to get very angry through that section, but he's quite nice actually. Watching that Lancia weave its way along this gravel.
It's nice and it looks nice and smooth and just sort of calming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a nice little flick out of the rear there. It's a bit difficult to drive this car being mid-engine as opposed to most of the other cars in the 70's class being front-engine vehicles.
Yeah, so you got completely. Oh, you got a little bit close to the bank there. But yeah, you got an entirely different weight distribution because you don't have the huge mass of this engine over the front tires, so you can get a little bit slidey and
You can get a little bit crazy,
can get a
so to speak.
Yeah.
But so far looking like a clean run, nothing to fault particularly that I can see as yet, so he looks like putting down a good benchmark for the rest of our competitors tonight.
He does,
Rather
yes.
this afternoon.
And we've got Bagsy there.
Bagsy's ready to go, and off he goes, and he's also in the Lancia.
He is. He's in a different livery Lancia, of course.
Yeah,
but,
it's green and
it actually
red.
suits his flag, sort of.
yes, it
of,
does.
Portugal.
But Green is we've got 3 minutes and 16 seconds in. I think he's got about half a minute left, or thereabouts, before he can come across and set his time. It's quite a long stage for a shorter stage, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, it is. It's just. Yeah. Oh.
Oh no! What's happened there? He's gone straight into a barrel of logs. A barrel of logs, I should say, a pile of logs.
That's well, he's recovered fairly well, considering that looked like a sizable impact.
That is a very treacherous part of the stage where you really have to get your turning done before you get over the crest.
Yeah, very much so.
That well, there goes the clean stages that I mentioned before, but nonetheless, I don't think he'll be the only one. I don't think. Yes, I'm not the only one to give the commentator's curse to someone, and it's all coming undone for Green. He was looking so promising.
Well, he
now
hasn't lost too much time with that one, unfortunately.
I think he's got away without punctures.
He did. That's very.
That's a saving grace.
That's amazing considering the speed that he hit that pile of logs at.
Yes.
But here he comes.
I'd have a log coming out of me if that was and he's finished. He's set himself a 4:25. And he's probably lost a good 25 seconds in there at least. So now we join Bagsy on board as he's all over the shop, going in the ditch and out of it. But he seems to have recovered that to probably wiped off a bit of speed, but he's still going straight. And his car is in remarkable condition.
It is actually. It's
but for how much longer as we go through the town, takes out a sign, and luckily for the owners of that very nice house, didn't have a Bagsy through their front window.
Hurriedly calling up the insurance company.
Oh god, this guy, he is absolutely on it. He I don't know how he recovered that one. That was
that looked
bloody
very
impressive.
leery. As you can see in the
but he's making it work. I enjoy watching him drive.
Yeah, he is very exciting to watch drive. As I was just waiting for
Last
the
time
inevitable.
No, that hasn't happened. Well, it wasn't exactly the commentator's curse because there was a good 5 or 10 seconds between. Look at that. He's yes, his right foot knows 2 modes. It's off or on. He's very much so. a digital driver.
He is no analog for Bagsy. You can see Green is actually he's received a 4.
Oh my God! What the hell is happening?
goodness.
Up into the Mount Tune Performance. So they've paid a little bit more for Bagsy to crash there, so they can hang on that camera angle for just a little bit longer. That was quite a roll.
That was quite. That's pirouetted on its rear end.
Well, you were mentioning a penalty for Green.
Oh yeah, Green has received a 4-second penalty for jumping the start a little bit.
Dear.
Not too much.
Speaking of the start, we've got Mono here and his... Oh, what the hell?
What's happening?
Bagsy's having some issues. He's gone. I don't think he knows where the racetrack is, where the stage is.
He's trying to get back. And he's just reset to the reset to the stage.
That'll be a 15-second reset penalty.
That will be. That's unfortunate. That's a shame.
Yeah.
His car's actually looking in fairly decent nick.
Driving's giving me pneumonia.
Considering what's been done to it, it isn't looking too bad, really.
Yes. He really wrings the neck of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate him for it. He's
Thanks
squirreling
through a corner, which is a little bit
at corners where most people don't manage. You know, they might be a little more.
This is a corner that a lot of people have.
Into the kicker sign.
He's actually wedged it directly underneath the sign, and
I wish we could see an outdoor. Oh, that's another reset there. So he had no way of getting out. He went from whatever speed he was doing, which is probably something in excess of 150 kilometers an hour, straight into that sign, which is apparently made of bloody fucking I don't know, diamond
unobtainium
filament. Yeah, unobtainium. So
the car's still not looking too bad though, considering the wars that it's been through.
I mean, he's going to be behind Green with that though, with those two. I mean,
with the 30 seconds worth of penalties, yeah.
Gets just brushed the sign. We rejoin Mono. What looked like a hairy moment for him in his orange Opel Kadett.
Yes, first Opel. We've got a few Opels in the.
Yeah, it seems to be quite a popular car for a lot of the runners tonight. Well, rather this week. As is he going to get it? He's got to get that turn. He nearly takes out that sign that Bagsy. He actually went to the left-hand side of it.
Someone's actually run out and replaced that sign. So
that Mono looks like he's taking this with a slightly more careful and measured approach than Bagsy did.
Yes, indeed. I mean, remains to be seen if that'll pay off or not. But
yep. Well, that was very, very close to the edge of the stage,
and then nearly hit that pile of logs on the
wiped
inside.
off a bit of speed. He did.
Overcorrected, but he's doing all right at the moment.
Yeah, he's getting along. He's getting along at a fair click there. I neglected to notice there what the speedo was as we went in cam, and what has happened there? We've had a very, very sudden.
We've got a different camera view here.
This is the replay of what on earth we just witnessed, but as we come into a 6 tightening to 4 over a bump, and just got a little bit of a tank slapper and straight into a tree, and that is mono.
Looks like he's actually ripped his wheel off. So that's 2 DNFs out of 4 runners so far.
What tragedy for mono.
So that's not ideal. But
that is not ideal. But
it's exciting to watch. Alex.
Anyway, Nether's off the line in his Lancia Stratos. He's got the exact same livery as Bagsy, same vehicle and livery as Bagsy. So
it's a little bit less beat up though.
Yes,
so.
Nether is a careful driver. He is well experienced in the ways of rally, and we watch as Nether rounds his way through the first few corners in this frankly terrifying stage.
Well, I mean, most of Finland is terrifying if we're honest.
Yes.
But, I thought he had a hairy moment.
He was very close to the left-hand side of the track in this. I enjoy this helicopter view as we cut away from it.
Well, I mean, they don't listen to us anyway.
No.
I quite enjoy this view where the rearview mirror completely blocks all view of
that makes it even more terrible.
all view of the stage ahead.
It does, and as we see the co-driver reading from his nose without turning page, and God, that ditch has seen many a wheel stuck in it.
It has. That's a particularly terrifying point of the track to watch.
It makes you think that perhaps the pace notes are to blame for perhaps not warning people about that ditch.
Could all of these people's co-drivers have made the same mistakes?
It's quite possible.
Is it possible?
Yeah, since they're all using the same pace notes.
They're all using. I thought they used individual pace notes.
You might think that, but that doesn't mean that it's true.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's still looking like a clean run. Everyone I've said that for has ended up crashing and dying. But anyway, this is the danger part as we come over this crest, and it looks like he's ready for that one. He's gone
very well
on the right hand side, but it's not. We haven't got through the town just yet. There's a few more dangerous jumps coming up. But so far so good for Nether Realmian.
Yeah, it's a clean run so far. Getting that lovely view where I can't really see anything, but
yep,
he's alright. That's a corner that catches a few people out. They go straight into the ambulance and then need an ambulance.
It's very difficult to go through, go quietly, go cleanly through that part.
It can be, as he's coming over this little stretch of bumps here, but
he gets a tank slapper, but he's recovered it. Is he coming? Yeah, what? I don't know what that angle was. We saw him disappearing into the distance for a small moment, and then we cut directly to another shot, but I won't criticise the producer. He does a very good job.
He does do a very good job in some very, very trying circumstances.
Trying circumstances indeed. And we've got reverse, mate. Reverse. You're not going to get through. He's reset.
Yeah, that's reset. I think that's the same place where Bagsy went off, or one of the places where Bagsy went off.
Yeah, that's a reset penalty for Nether, which is not going to do his time any good. Up until that point, it was looking like a very, very good run indeed.
It was. We've got Madbird
down there on the run, one of the favourites for tonight. And there he goes in his his baby food green Opel Kadett. And look at him go, we've cut away. Back to Nether. Let's watch Nether.
We got a look sideways there. That was a little bit hairy. But
legs 11 on the side there. Here we go.
Look at that corner.
Into the logs. The logs are coming, and there they are. Hello, logs. That's firewood for most of the town. You don't want to destroy firewood for most of the town because they will. Well, they don't need it at this time of the year, but they certainly want to have it at other parts of the year.
They do.
But that's another reset penalty.
God!
I looked away, and the windscreen wiper will help. There we go. I think we've got another.
And another reset.
Okay, so a good run has turned to shit. It's turned to shit.
Let's be honest.
It's look at the car's got a bit of a strange smirk on its face. It's sort of reflecting the kind of run that Nether's had, which up until he fucked it up was doing quite well. But a 4:48, 19.6 seconds, so that slots him way off the leaderboard down. Well, he's not appeared there. He'd be in front of Wacka and Mono, so that would be third. I think he's ahead of Bagsy, or rather behind Bagsy. But here we go, Madbird, who Robert has outlined as possibly one of the favourites for tonight. So far, well, so far so good, of course, but...
tonight is accurate because it is in fact 11 PM at the moment, because we're so far into the...
Oh yes,
circle.
that's right,
It's still daylight. I think that's how it works.
No, yes, you're right.
So it looks like Nether's slumped in between Green and Bagsy. He's
oh yeah, so
a few seconds up on Bagsy.
So with those 3 reset penalties, it didn't actually cost him too bad because Nether had Bagsy had 2 of those.
Indeed, and Bagsy also just had some,
I think he was just pushing a bit too hard. He was.
And being Portuguese.
Well, being Portuguese is never something that I would wish upon anyone. But anyway, we'll leave that one be. As this Swede winds his way through the forest, it's reminiscent of his days as a young lad, racing through Sweden to get home to his Finnish girlfriend, whose name I cannot remember. But
it was probably something impronounceable.
Probably, that's not really important anymore because she died in one of those accidents that he had as when he was learning his craft.
One of those accidents.
Yes.
He seems to have.
He's got himself stuck in a ditch there, but I don't think it cost him too much time.
No, he did manage to not fling himself off into a tree, which is like always.
They're detrimental, those gutters. They're very, very dangerous. You can see fire out of the exhaust pipes when he changes gears.
And we've got James D.
James D.
Dizumaj.
Yes, the unpronounceable name, the home lad. This is his home country rally. And we've cut away from him as we've had a moment from Madbird.
Looks like he got a little bit up on the ridge or something there.
But at this point, it's basically if you don't have a penalty, then you're doing pretty well.
It seems to be.
Or a massive crash for that matter.
Or a massive
which
crash.
he hasn't had either at this point.
He hasn't, so he's looking good at the moment.
He is, and we watch. Let's just enjoy Madbird driving through that corner. Lovely. Oh, listen to the engine. And across the finish line at the 3:39. I think we heard him just yelling a bit as we went past, but he's slotted into first position.
He is 49.5.
I think it was a 3:39. He's a good 49.5 seconds ahead of second place.
So that's
we've had a moment. He's
goodness.
onto it. Oh, he's back on his wheels. That was cat-like at best.
that actually came off quite well there.
Quite fortunate. Quite fortunate indeed.
He's in a very similar liveried Opel to Madbird.
Yeah, similar but different.
Got the 3 on the sides. So
yes, lucky 3. Lucky 3. The number that's shod many famous racing car driver, the Dale Earnhardt and Daniel Ricciardo, who I think did it in honour of Dale Earnhardt. Yeah. But we won't dwell on that because you're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway,
I'm not sure who Dale Earnhardt is, if I'm honest.
He's a famous NASCAR champion. But nonetheless, we've got one brake light out for me. Oh, he's having a lot of issues. We want to get it back on track and he does, luckily.
That was a little bit scary.
Just before that section, before the sign that was taken out a few times by a couple of our other runners.
Whoever owns that house has got to be covering their eyes.
I'd move house, honestly.
Yeah. I'd be frantically hopping onto real estate and selling.
Realestate.com.fi.
FI?
Yeah.
One of those two.
They may have a different.
We could ask this
real
fella
estate
because he is, of course, from Finland.
Exactly. It might be his house, actually.
It might be his house. Which is
why he was so desperate to get it back on the track before he got to the house. But anyway, he nonetheless continues with a little bit of a tank slapper through there. He's had a few moments considering this is his home rally.
He has. Maybe he's a little bit overconfident, perhaps. I'm not sure, but
yeah. Well, there's the pressure of the entire population in Finland.
That is true. It's the entire hopes of the.
Don't mind me.
The hopes of the entire country rest on this young man's shoulders. But he's managing. Oh dear. He's managing to keep it on the track fairly well, actually.
Yes, he is indeed. Spidery cracks across the windscreen, we see. Stairs now coming up. The first of our Ford Escort runners, I believe.
Indeed, we've got a couple more.
Beautiful
later on, but
blue.
We haven't actually got them in the footage, unfortunately.
Oh, fuck. But nonetheless, the Ford Escort is the best looking car, apart from the other ones. Well, I like the Lancia from a looks point of view. The nice,
I quite like
aggressive wedge shape, but the Ford Escort has to be my next favourite.
Oh!
Oh! and the
Looks
Opel
like the
Cadet.
radiator has not enjoyed that at all.
No, temperature's well up.
Quite a bit of smoke.
I think the Cadet is the next best looking car, followed by the Fiat, and then next James's Opel Cadet, which is less attractive.
Which
now.
is less attractive now that it's missing one of its ears.
It's missing a panel on the left there.
Basically had half its cheek torn off, which is never ideal.
No, it's a bit cheeky.
But he's gonna slot in 19 seconds down on Madbird,
Which is
so
enough for second place.
more than enough for second place as we cut to the bright blue Ford Escort.
Ford Escort
upstairs.
looking nice. He's so far so good. But of course we've said that so many times at this point on the stage, and it's so easy for a good run to become
less good.
Less good.
If just one little mistake.
Oh, he's very close inside the rut there, and he's bouncing across the other side of the track and straight into a tree. And
It's unfortunate.
very, very unfortunate, and gets it going. But
I'm not sure what happened there. He must have just
he got himself stuck in one of those ditches, and it just flung him to the other side of the road.
that is
Straight into a tree.
mightily unfortunate.
He's left a bit of the front of his car behind as well.
It looks. He definitely has. He seems to be missing some part of his bumper, possibly all of it.
Yeah, it's looking angry.
It is. It's glaring at you as it drives
Yeah,
past.
it's like one of those kids you see who's had their jaws ripped off. They don't look happy.
Yes.
Can you say that I'm wrong? You can't.
Well, no. I honestly, I haven't got the personal experience to rebut your claim. But
Yeah.
I'll have to take.
So
your
you
word
mustn't
for it.
rebut it.
So there's a couple. There's two different ways that people handle a fuck up like that. Either they'll go more cautiously through the rest of the stage, not wanting to fuck up again.
Or they just go hell for leather and try and make up the time they
Exactly.
lost.
So
i.e. the Bagsy and Nether route.
the Bagsy and Nether route, which as you can see from the Bagsy isn't even on the board anymore, but if Bagsy was on the board, you could see how well that strategy tends to work out.
And
for
it's
them.
Nether is 69.1 seconds back on our race leader at this point.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
So
As as El Mango starts in
in the mango-coloured Ford Opel
I think
Cadet.
it's actually looks like the same as Mono's, if possibly. So it must have. Can't be the same car.
But Stairs doesn't look like he looks like he's backed off here. He's not really going that quickly compared to. He's not really going sideways through all the corners, so he might be just trying to get this one home.
It's probably a wise decision, honestly. You don't want to destroy your car, ever.
Yeah.
Like ideally in
We've still got another stage to go.
we do. That's true. There's plenty of time to fuck up.
That's right. You got to get this car home so that you can do the next stage, and he's already got radiator damage, so he doesn't want to exacerbate that issue.
Mate, he does. Definitely got radiator damage, I would assume. Looks like he's actually going to be quite close to James.
James. And he's slotting just behind it.
So that is
place.
0.6 of a second down on James. So that close.
That close.
Alistair.
Yep.
As you can see there, 19.1 and 19.7. So very close. As we've got El Mango here, seems to be quick. I don't know if I'm honest.
Well, it's
done
it's
well
very
so
it's
far.
too early to tell. It's kind of like the first month of pregnancy.
Wait, it's too early to tell what.
Well, anything really.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes
There's
sense.
no bump. There's no pink line on the pregnancy test. There's no need for coat hangers yet. Oh no, I kid. We can do that legally now. So anyway, we'll move on. And
He's been quite fast in the other stages, moving hastily.
where is he? Oh, there he is.
There he
I
is.
thought he'd come he crashed into that ambulance. Which nicely placed ambulance.
I know they've placed it helpfully at the place where people are likely to crash into it. So
they could have put it on the inside of the corner. That would have been a smart idea.
Drum up some business, perhaps, but
yeah.
I don't know if they work on commission.
No, Finnish hospitals are indeed all privatised, and it's basically whenever an ambulance is called, it goes to a central system who puts out the call saying, giving the GPS coordinates of where the ambulance is needed, and then all of the nearest hospitals send out their ambulances, who are all ex-rally drivers, and they just go hell for leather.
And they get there as fast as they possibly can, and whoever gets there first gets paid.
Pretty much.
It sounds like that.
Well, they only get paid if the guy lives, so there is an incentive.
There is an incentive to...
Yeah, although a lot of them just crash into the victim.
To be competent as well as fast, so... But El Mango's doing a good time here. He seems to be on track to at least not be close to Madbird's time at least. And we've got Zerus there at the bottom in the black opal starting out.
It's black.
He's our last runner, I think.
He
so...
is.
El Mango takes that corner nicely, doesn't...
Well clear of the logs.
Well clear of the logs, which is more than we can say for a couple of our runners.
Yes, those logs have taken a beating.
They have. And they have taken a beating like a 4-year-old child.
Wow. Okay, so El Mango really does... It looks like a fairly measured approach, but you still have to have, as Robert described, the balls required to get through these
two,
corners.
I believe he specified. Yeah. Although he did go into some detail about the...
It was quite an astute point he made about how the weight of balls, rather than the quantity...
2.8 seconds down on Madbird. Sorry, continue.
So it seems like Madbird had slightly more grams in hand when it come to the balls.
Very possibly. Maybe he's even got a third one in there bumping the weight up. I'm not sure,
that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Because
looks like a squid, but...
What? I never like asymmetry in my genitals. But anyway, we've got Zerus, who so far really has been the class of the field. But we wait and see how much he is willing to put on the line to get the stage win here tonight.
He is, yes, absolutely. You can see his car actually looks in like impeccable condition. So he hasn't had too many adventures, but
no, and
he has been quickest overall through the rally so far, so
yes, by some 20 seconds. So
yeah, we'd be expecting
nothing to sneeze at.
No, indeed, nothing to sneeze at. So expecting good time from him.
Yeah, we certainly are, and he's done that. That bit there. A lot of people seem to lose quite a bit of speed there. Zerus, no such issues whatsoever.
No such issues whatsoever at all. So coming down here towards, what is this? Oh, this is that
Barracuda.
There's a tight corner coming up, I think, which a lot of people have had trouble with. Not this one.
Yes, I mean a lot of people have had trouble with all of the corners this week.
That's true.
Rally would be so much easier if it was just a straight line with no undulation. Exactly.
It would almost be a different sport.
Yes, something like drag racing. Oh. What's happened? We've lost him. He's not on the screen.
Where is he? Oh, there he goes.
Underneath the timing
Not sure
screen.
I'll have to move that.
It took him quite a while to get... I don't know if we'll get a replay of what happened there.
So that must be the replay on the right. It looks like It looked like he flew into a crowd of spectators and reset to the track. So
that's disastrous, because that will be a 15-second penalty for all of the... murdered spectators, but that's a bit of a shame for Zerus in particular.
That is. That's a rare
mistake.
A rare mistake from the masterclass here.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid that my visions of grandeur for him are misplaced.
Yeah, maybe we're all overestimating how good he is.
He didn't leave the margin for error that we all know him so well for.
He didn't leave the margin for error, no.
Because he was putting it all on the line. He was under pressure. Madbird and El Mango set some blistering pace.
Yes, indeed.
And Zerus couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen. And you know what they say? If you can't handle the heat in the kitchen, maybe
go into the fridge.
Yeah, or you could work in the janitorial department. But nonetheless, it's only 13.1 seconds.
So he was actually on track to beat Madbird there. So Madbird fastest overall with 3:39, 7:07. We've got El Mango behind him, 2.8 seconds down, and Radar, who we didn't see, 3.5 seconds down on him. And we've got Zerus Zerus, as we saw, having that 15-second penalty really cost him, because 13.1 seconds down on the lead, and we've got James Dimage 19.1 seconds
so Stairs
down.
and James very, very close with their. They're sort of the winners of the people who crashed.
Yes.
Well, apart from Zerus.
Apart from Zerus.
Who is some sort of magical pixie man.
And I'm not sure if that Nether is correct either, but no, because Bagsy came after Net.
Do you know anything?
I
So we're having some issues with our graphics.
We are having some
Do
issues.
bear with us, because we are the utmost professionals. It's the graphics people who fucked up.
That was Fruity Ping, 31.1 seconds down on the lead, and then we had Green, 49.5, and some unfortunate
on.
DNFs for Mono and Wacka.
We'll move on to the overall classification at the end of stage 5, with one stage remaining.
In this in event 2, I think we are. There you
Yes,
go.
event 2 of the stage of the Group A. So Zerus leads the way from Radar. Zerus's overall time 24 minutes and 15 seconds, only 8.5 seconds separating himself and Radar.
Yeah, so Radar caught about 10 seconds up on that stage, so that'll make things interesting.
Yes, it certainly will.
As El Mango is, I'm not sure I can't remember what his gap was at the start, but we've got Madbird now into 4th. I think he was down in 6th. He's gained 2 positions, so
Yep.
that finish stage has gone well for him.
And James has clawed back half a second on Stairs, so there's about 4.8 seconds between those two heading into the final stage in Greece. So the fight for 5th very much on there. And then a little bit further back, the gap to the next runners, Nether, Bagsy, and the like.
Yeah, so we got just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 6, 6, 12, and 18 minutes for Wacka.
Yeah, so Mono got a number of penalties for his unfortunate
DNF.
Unfortunate DNF.
Looks like he's dropped actually 3 positions. So,
And he won't be
that's
finishing. He won't be competing in stage 6 as a result of the damage to his car.
And he's unfortunate.
So that wraps it up for us.
It does. Have you enjoyed your time in Finland?
I certainly have. I've really enjoyed the locals.
I'd spit that's all.
That's
from
not
us
what
here.
they said.
Stage 5 of
I don't know what they said. It was in Finnish, but anyway, yes, stage 5.
event 2 of our 70's season. We will see you again.
We'll wrap it up there. As always, I've been Stairs.
And I've been Madbird.